Welcome back, everybody. Today is a very exciting day in Carlo's life. Can you guess what today is? You're right. It's Friday and it's Carlo's patterned picnic day. Let's have a read of his note. It says, Day 25. Dear children and Joe, Carlo is very excited. Today is the day of his pattern picnic. Let's have a look at all the things Carlo has prepared for his picnic. He's got his picnic hat, his rug, his patterned placemat, his small patterned plate, his large patterned plate, and his delicious patterned skewer. Do you remember how worried Carlo was when he first got his invitation to the picnic? Well, to share his learning with his friends, Carlo has made a big book called What I Have Learnt About Patterns. We helped him a bit. That's Carlo's family. We're going to take some photos of the pattern picnic to share with you all next week. Thanks to everybody for being such a great help. From, you're right, Carlo's family. Carlo has been busy. He's created his very own book and it's called What I Know About Patterning. And I can see that you've written your own name down the bottom, Carlo. What I know about patterning. Do you remember where this story started? Someone sent me an invitation and it said, Dear Carlo, you're invited to a picnic at the park. It's a pattern picnic. That means you better bring your own patterned items. When is it? It's February the 18th. That's today, Carlo, at 2 o'clock. Where is it? It's at Hazelwood Park, which is just near your house. Hope to see you there. From Flynn, who is your friend from Kindy. Carlo said, I thought I did not know anything about patterns. And remember, we helped you notice that there are patterns in our everyday, Carlo. We start with breakfast, then we have lunch, and then we have tea. And it repeats again the next day. Breakfast, lunch, tea. Breakfast, lunch, tea. There are 3 elements in that pattern. We also helped you realise that our lessons have a pattern. We meet Carlo, we read his book, we do a task, we say goodbye, and then we come back and we start all over again. How many elements in that repeating pattern? 1, 2, 3, 4. Carlo says he's learnt a lot about repeating patterns, that you can make a coloured pattern. His coloured pattern here is yellow, green, yellow, green. You can make a shape pattern. Help me with this one. Triangle, circle, triangle, circle. That could also be a coloured pattern. Orange, red, orange, red. You can make a size pattern using big and small items. Big, small, a 2-unit pattern of repeat. You can make a sound pattern using your voice. High, low, or you can move to this pattern. Up, down, up, down. What else have you learned, Carlo? Carlo says I've learned that you can identify a pattern using your sense of touch and that you can even record it. Do you remember this? Smooth and rough. Smooth and rough. I've learned about something called a unit of repeat. That was hard to remember. I learned to identify and circle or border the unit of repeat. So yellow, green, yellow, green. The unit of repeat is yellow and green, and there are 2 colours in it. Circle, square, circle, square. Circle, square is the unit of repeat, and there are 2 shapes in it. Is there more to come, Carlo? Goodness me. Do you remember this? Carlo thought he made a mistake. He accidentally printed 3 leaves in a row when he was trying to create a unit of repeat with 2 leaves. He helped us discover that actually a unit of repeat can have more than 2 elements. It can have 3. So his pattern became smooth, smooth, rough, and he could continue it. Smooth, smooth, rough, smooth, smooth, rough. Once he understood the unit of repeat, he could continue the pattern. This week there was some new learning for Carlo. It was about continuous patterns, and he said they were more challenging. Can you remember why? We had to work really hard to make the pattern fit. We made a green, red pattern, but we also noticed, if we circled it, we could name it up as a red-green pattern. There were 2 elements in that repeating pattern, which also happened to be continuous. Is there more, Carlo? He also learnt to make a repeating pattern that was continuous using 3 elements, or in this case 3 colours. And depending on where he started, he could name that pattern in different ways. Red, yellow, green, 3 elements. He could name it up as yellow, green, red. There were still 3 elements. Or he could name it up as green, red, yellow. He did a great job of making that pattern fit. And remember, he took it home and stuck it down. He learnt this most recently. He learnt how to hold a pattern around a corner. And he learnt it was important to check the pattern by pointing and saying red, yellow, red. Did you say yellow? Yellow, red, yellow. Round the corner we go to red. That was challenging, Carlo. You're right. He learned how to make symbols to represent patterns. Up, down, up, down. Do you remember we did this? We stood up, we sat down. We stood up and we sat down. We made a pattern with our body. And we used our voice and we sang high, low, or we sang up, high, down, low, up, high, down, low. Yesterday, we even learnt to make a unit of repeat with 4 elements. This is Carlo's recording from home. Banana, strawberry, grape, grape. That's his unit of repeat, and there are 4 elements in it. Banana, strawberry, grape, grape. This wasn't a continuous pattern, but it was a repeating pattern. The thing he loved best about that was he could make it, and then he could eat it. And then we did something really clever. We translated that pattern and sang it. We used our voice. We went low, medium, high, high, low, medium, high, high. And we got really good at holding that pattern in our head and not needing to follow the symbols. Carlo says, I don't know everything there is to know about patterns and patterning, but I do know a lot more than I did at the beginning of last week. And he's finished with a really special page for us. I'm wondering if you can read it. It says, thank you, Joe and children. Can you see he's used his new knowledge of patterns and he's created a unit of repeat with 2 colours, and he's even learnt to circle each of the units of repeat. We're going to count them one last time, Carlo. Can you help me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units of repeat. What a fabulous recount of all the work you've done over the last 2 weeks. Your home task this week is kind of an invitation. You might want to create your own pattern picnic, and you might prepare all your materials just like Carlo did. You might invite somebody from your house to join you, but if they're all too busy, don't forget, you can set up a picnic with your teddies or your dolls or your other fluffy creatures. That reminds me of a song with a pattern in it, and it's something to do with a picnic. It's not a pattern picnic, but it's got a pattern in it. I wonder if you know this one. Have a listen for the pattern. If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Did you hear the pattern? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. We can't wait to hear all about your pattern picnic next week, Carlo. Thanks for helping us this week, everybody. We look forward to seeing you all again soon. Make sure you say goodbye and thanks, Carlo. Bye, everybody, and thank you. See you next week.